Um, and I will make some sims, so I hope you can see everything. On the left, I think it's the left for you as well. Um, there's Body Shop, and there's also uh, my spreadsheet. Let me see if I move it. I hope you can still see everything. So it's basically just a randomizer for genetics, but I put it in my own spreadsheet uh, because I wanted to. So, um, right, and I haven't really said anything about this hood yet, but it will be like a custom hood by me, sort of like BACC, but I will also add like a certain theme to it. Um, uh, and if you can guess from the CC I got there, I didn't show a lot of it, but basically I wanted to be a little bit like dystopian, and um I think because I was reading some rules and I also watched videos by other people who showed their BACCs. And I really liked the idea of the military. It's usually a district that's unlocked later on. Um, like usually after the downtown is attached. But I thought it would be cool to start with some sims that will work there, or I actually want my mayor to to be like in the military. I hope this makes sense, but um like I guess imagine like Strange Town sort of. I also got some Mm, not a lot of different CC. I had to get some clothes though, and yeah. Let me see the chat for a second. Oh, insert you're at work. I hope your work is going well. Oh, your day was horrendous. I'm so sorry. I am going to have a terrible day tomorrow, probably. Um, a lot to do at work. Okay, you can hear everything. Thank you for uh, letting me know. If I should be louder or something, I will try to change my settings. But if it's all fine, that's great. And adapted BACC is the future. You can grow your own challenge. Yes, I saw your challenge as well. So I want it to be integrated to a certain point, but I think as I get more generations, I will um, add more careers or something like that. So tomorrow at work, just because of work, I will have a lot to do at work, just more than usual. Not that I normally do nothing. I would like to say that I do a lot most of the time, but tomorrow I will just have more to do than usual. Um, but yeah, so I'm creating some Sims. Uh, I don't know how many. I for sure want at least three of each gender. Oh, I think someone followed me or something. Let me see what it was.
Naomiscot63 just followed.
Thank you for the follow. I think it didn't show on the screen, so I must have changed something in the settings. I will change it after the stream so it works again. But I hope at least the sound was could be heard, even if you couldn't see the little picture. Okay, so I will create around 8 sims today, maybe 10. I don't want it to be too like repetitive. Uh, so sometimes I don't do like full bookletting with randomizing everything. Sometimes I start with a certain face, uh, and I just change some things if I want the sim to look a certain way. Um, and then I only slightly like change the face. But I think I want to do all of the bookletting today probably. Because I'm not really sure what these sims would look like. Like it could be anywhere. Uh, he has pretty interesting eyes for now. I only have Max's faces for now. I have the infant face mod, but I only have the one by Meowing Cookie, the original one. And I also have a few custom ones. I have some elf ones that I use for aliens. And I also have like half of the around the world ones, but some of them are just so similar to one another that I didn't get all of them. But all my faces should have infant. They should be like infant enabled. So babies are already born with like features they are going to have later on in life, instead of just all looking the same, like face one or two. I'm not sure which one. Unless it's an alien. Alien, because aliens have their own face. I think it's a very nice mod, and I hope I put it in because it's a new downloads folder, but I moved at least like my mod that affect gameplay. I moved them from my historical HUD that I normally play. Uh, and we can also see how I do with multitasking, which I think I'm pretty terrible with like talking about something else and also at the same time playing the game. And well, I'm not really playing The Sims right now and like controlling Sims, but I'm making Sims. So he looks very interesting. Let me see the chat. Hi, Naomi. Naomi Scott. Thank you very much for following me. I'm doing fine. When I stream, usually I usually stream. I guess around this time. If it's a weekday, I can't stream earlier because I work earlier. But yeah, so not earlier than this for sure. And I streamed like 2 months ago, but I had to go on a break. But I'm hoping to stream again. Maybe later this week. For sure, not tomorrow though, because I have a lot to do tomorrow. Thank you again. Um, Let me check. Okay. Okay, I think I read everything. All right, so we have this man here. Now I only put this part in my like randomizer. So let me just randomize how many faces do I have? 8, 16, 24, I think. 32, 48. Oh, I think I have 50 faces. So let me just randomize out of 50. I'm not sure if you can, I think you can still see random or organization. Let me see. Uh, how do I make sure that you can see that? Okay. Wait a second, because you can't see this. Doesn't really matter, but why can I not? I'm so sorry. I haven't used this for a while. But I thought I could just move. Okay, I have to do it like that. So anyway, this is just to randomize which face this man will have. Face 18. So now I hope you can still see Body Shop, I think. So face 18. 8. 16. This is 18, I think. So I will just move it just a little bit. So he will look a bit more human. I think I will roll again and I will add him one more, like one more template. So 31. It was 31. And 16, 24, 30. I think this one. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but okay, so I mean, he doesn't look that bad, I guess. I think like around his nose and eyes, he looks a little like his face just looks very sharp. But I mean, you could look like that, I guess. He could definitely work in the military, I think. So that's the first sim. I might tweak him a little bit if it turns out that he really doesn't look very interesting. But I got some simple military outfits. So men can for sure they have quite a lot of them, a lot of uh, a lot of choice. I don't have like any custom hairs for males at all in this new folder, uh, which feels very strange because in my regular game I have a lot, but that's fine. So he was a brunette. He was dark haired with brown eyes and skin one. So I will make the next one skin 2 with maybe with dark blue eyes, so also dominant and hair brown. Okay. And let's start with a different face for sure. Just as a base, I will pick not the alien face, but maybe one of the around the world faces. So he looks a bit different. I don't really care about which one I like. These faces are meant to be, not these are maxes. I think maxes ends here. So these are meant to be like archetypes from different countries and cultures. So let's maybe start with this one. It is like very simple, I think. I mean, can you call a face simple? I just think it looks nice. Uh, Sorry, what do you mean? What I'm doing in the chat? I'm reading the chat from time to time. I'm not looking at it all the time, but yeah, I try to watch a lot of streams when I can, and there are so many Sims 2 streamers now. It's great. The Sims 2 is getting a lot of attention. Uh, oh yeah, and maybe when I'm okay, so Naomi, you want to stream, but you can't right now. Well, I hope you will stream whatever you want to stream when you can. I also can't always. do it because I have other things to do. But anyway, while I'm re-randomizing this, and I have to move this again. Oh, this is a little bit, it's not annoying to me, it's just, I have to move this, I'm sorry. Because I don't want to set up another window, so I will just move this a little. So this is visible. This is how I'm randomizing the faces. And okay, I will randomize this second man for the challenge. So while I'm just doing this, wait, let me re-randomize again. So I have to type something or refresh my spreadsheet. Okay, now it's different. So I wanted to also talk about just my opinions on the new release of The Sims 2. I did not get it, first of all. I um I never really wanted to get it because I always had Ultimate Collection. And before I had Ultimate Collection, I bought all the expansion packs, so why would I buy the same game again? That's just my opinion. That's an interesting cheeks. Very. That's very like I don't know. That's what I think of when I think someone is like a strict person. They have like very like I don't know. If he reminds me a bit of like the Cap family in Veronaville for now, but we'll see. So I never thought I would buy it. I was hoping more for The Sims 3 re-release, to be honest, because The Sims 3 is the one that my computer has issues with. Not The Sims 2. I'm fine with The Sims 2. I know this is not true for everyone, for everyone's computers, but I feel like these days you could probably play The Sims 2 on like a mobile phone. I mean, or like I think a joke is that you could play it on a calculator. I mean, I don't think it could, but it's not difficult for systems to run The Sims 2. There are some issues, but it's not difficult to run. But I don't think you see the whole window. I'm sorry for that. Not that it matters that much, but I hope it's better now. I mean, just the randomizer. I'm moving something. It might be the alert that I'm moving. Maybe that's why we couldn't hear. But yeah, so I was hoping for The Sims 3 release because The Sims 3 there are a lot of issues with The Sims 3. Even if you, at least for me, even when I did all the fixes, it still doesn't really work for me. It lags. And I know some people got it to work, but not me. With The Sims 2, I never had issues. Even before I got, I think even before I got the 4 GB patch, before I got graphics rules maker, the game still ran on my computer. It just didn't have the resolution. So I never had issues with The Sims 2. Um, that's he's for sure looking more interesting than the first man so far. Um, so yeah, the even though I didn't buy this new pack, I have no pack, not a pack, release. I do have my opinions on that. Because I was looking at what people were saying, and apparently there are no bugs. If you didn't experience the bugs, that's great. but it's a fact that it introduced new bugs we did not have in Ultimate Collection. So something was broken. Um, Let me see. Oh, Fabio is saying that they are going to force everyone to install The Sims 4. You know what? And there is something in it because when you bought this bundle, or even if you bought just either The Sims 2 or The Sims 1, I think they gave you a kit for free. Depending on which one you got, I think there was the Grand Revival, which is a pretty cool pack. That one, I think it's clothes that's like gothic or something, and I think that one is cool. And the other one I think is the throwback fit kit or something. So they're definitely like going for the nostalgia, right? The nostalgic feeling. But now The Sims 4 is free now. So I guess if you get this pack, I think it gets added to your Steam. Like if you get the kit, correct me if I'm wrong, someone, if you know, because I don't really know exactly how Steam works, but I think if you own a game, it gets added to your library. So if you get this The Sims 1 and The Sims 2 bundle, I think you will get The Sims 4 added to your Steam if you buy it on Steam. I'm not sure about EA app. Okay. So yeah, it's possible. It's possible that's what they're trying to do. Um, so you can always EA might be, and I understand that not everyone will like the old experience playing The Sims 1 or 2, and some people might want to switch to the updated Sims 4. Um, the most recent game that is apparently here to stay forever. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to say that like I personally didn't play this legacy version, so I can't really speak for myself, but I watched people stream it a little bit, and I looked at the official forum where people are reporting bugs because EA said they would patch it. And there are some pretty game-breaking bugs. They didn't happen. They don't happen for everyone, but uh, they're pretty bad. Some of them, especially the ones where like pets disappear. I'm not sure if they disappear from like the household menu on the left where you can select the sim, or if they disappear from like all family trees. But I've also seen people say that their babies disappeared, like family members disappeared from the family tree. Um, that would that would be very worrying for me if this was happening to my game. I have my old time save, um, uh, in which I have four, almost five generations, well, five generations for some Sims. And I would be absolutely devastated if I lost this this save. Okay, let's randomize which face you will get. Face 23. So I think that's still a Max's face. Let's see. Not here. Here, sorry. 8, 16, 23. I think that's this one. Okay. He has no chin. Try one more. 31, 8, 16, 24. I think 32. That's one earlier. I think it's. Is it the same one? Did I already give him this one? Wait, what did I do? 8, 16, 24, 32. Okay, it should be this one. I didn't give him this one yet. I was on the wrong page before, I think. This one. I might have to give him a little bit more help, I think. It just bugs me he has no chin. Actually, now that I think about it, I did it wrong with the previous guy because I only rolled for his face. I didn't roll for his other, for the other tabs. My bad. I will roll for this guy. We might have to fix the other guy. Let's see. So now I got 10. So let's give him 10. That's for the forehead, the brows. 28. I think this one. I think that's usually where vanilla faces end. Okay, I don't mind his brows, that they are fine. Number 2 for the eyes. That's one of the most beautiful faces, I think. Out of Max's ones, 30, 8, 16, 24. I think this one. And for the nose, it's 12. I don't really see much of a difference. It's possible he already had this nose. 30. Wait. I don't see this. I don't know why I'm not looking at it. I'm just alt tabbing. 8, 16, 24, 32. I think that's 35. Okay. Okay, the mouth. 4. And one more. 44. Okay, that's the furthest I have got for now. The biggest number. 42, 40, 44. Okay, and the chin. The jaw. Let's hope for something decent because this poor man. Think he would have some issues like in real life with a chin like this, possibly. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Is it my last face? Oh, it is. It is my last face. Why was I checking? Uh, I'm terrible with numbers, guys. 16, 21. Okay, now his chin looks decent, I think. Okay, he looks like a typical Sims 2 sim now. I think he does. I got a lot of like military themed stuff for men. Not that many, but I got some. I'm not sure if I will make them all wear the same thing. I will probably make them wear different different colors or something, depending on which rank they have or something like that. I usually do that, but like I said, I have no no hair. Okay, let's save this guy. And let's also fix the previous one for whom I didn't roll uh, the other tabs at all. So if you do something like this, you don't have to be pookletting, but you just forgot to do something about your sim. You don't have to take them to cache. You can just open Buddy Shop again. Just click the sim you want to modify, and you just can click the clone selected sim. Just don't delete them. Clone them. So that's what I want to do. I want to fix this guy because I forgot to roll this for him. Let me see. Oh, hello, Serendipity. Let me see. You have a good buddy shop session. I haven't streamed buddy shop before, but I thought I thought I would because I'm starting a new hood and because the new legacy version doesn't have it. They don't have buddy shop. That's terrible. I am not a CC creator, but I know that if you create like clothes and possibly skins, maybe hair, I'm not sure, you need buddy shop, I think. So I think CC creators are just not going to move to Legacy for now because how can you do that, right? If there's no buddy shop. Mm, uh, let me see what else was written here. Um, yeah, Sims 3 needs an overhaul. I unfortunately I cannot like really play the game anymore. It is my favorite game out of the Sims games. I really loved The Sims 3. Like I played it vanilla, even just base game and World Adventures. I could play it forever. Like I could play it all the time. I really don't need anything else. I don't need mods for The Sims 3. But after a certain patch, it stopped working for me properly. It lags a lot. I also don't have my old computer anymore. But I mean, I have a better computer and I got the fixes and it doesn't work. Well, what can I do? I have to play The Sims 2 for now. I sometimes play it, but I definitely can't stream it because it would lag so much. Um, you open The Sims 4 for shell ideas, like for build ideas, what the house looks like outside, I think. And people have a lot of cool build ideas on the Sims 4 gallery. I just don't find like playing in live mode very fun in the Sims 4, especially that I don't have the packs. Base game is not very interesting in the Sims 4, unfortunately, in my view. Like if you like it, that's great, but I really liked the first event they did. So I played the event where you had to make ambrosia. This is one of my favorite things to do in the Sims 3 base game, and it's similar in the Sims 4. So you have to maximize gardening, cooking, and fishing, and it's really cool. But the second event they did, the Christmas one, it really wasn't very interesting. There was like nothing to do. And it was like a 3 weeks long event. So you had to log in and do the event tasks. Oh, Serendipity, you think this guy looks nice? Yeah, so I think he was more fortunate, but I only randomized this, not the modifiers, but the faces. I only did the first tab, so he got lucky because uh, the other guy looked not that great, I think, without randomizing the other ones. Let's see if I can help him even more, I guess, with the other sliders, not sliders, but these things. So 28. I think this one. I will just randomize once for him because he doesn't need that much help. Just change him a little bit. I suppose 17. Yeah, I mean, he looks fine. Just the other guy, the second guy, I thought he looked a bit. So for the second guy, I thought that his chin was just non-existent. This guy is fine. Okay, I didn't change him much. Just see. I don't know if there's any improvement. He looks really similar still, but yeah, I think his side view, profile view, um, was a little bit improved. So I will delete the original one. But this is the guy we made first. I just randomized the other tabs for him because I forgot before. So we have one guy with black hair, brown eyes, and the other one is brown hair and dark blue eyes. So these are two dominant genes. Let's go for, I guess, some recessives now. So, um, like blonde, uh, blue-eyed blonde, blue-eyed blonde, and let's put him in this 4-2 military. And I have no hair. I just have no hair at all for men. I got this hat because I thought it looked military, but I already see that it won't work for every ear. So I like this hat. It's just I don't think it will work for like crazy ears, like elf ears. What's the theme of your hood? Thank you for asking, Serendipity. So I want to start a BACC, but not by like all like the original rules, but I wanted it to be like a little bit dystopian. I wrote down some rules. I will try to read the rules when I'm making the sim, but this will be some serious multitasking for me because I will have to like um, click in Body Shop and read. Let's see if I can do it. But I want it to be dystopian. So I don't want it to be like a certain era. I don't want it to be historical. I don't think it's accurate for any country right now. Let me make it clear. And I don't want to offend anyone. It's just my imagined world in The Sims. So I just thought the rules of BACC for the military base were cool. I don't want everyone to work in the military at first, but I want the mayor of the city to be like a general. Like imagine Strange Town and General Baz is the mayor or something. Hello, Bobo. I hope that sounds okay. So basically, it will be like a little bit like Strange Town in that there will be like a general at some point. Um, so, sounds perfect. Thank you, Bobo. That's great because I think my first streams, like when I first streamed, it was using my wrong microphone because I have at least two microphones here. Um, but I will try to like make the sim Um, let me just let me make sure that you can see the numbers. It doesn't really matter, but I want you to see what I see. So I just put like the bookleted randomizer. I put it in my spreadsheet. Uh, I can send it to anyone who wants it. I have it on my blog. I have everything in the spreadsheet. It's just a mess. It's a lot of nothing. But I will try to make the sim while I'm reading the rules that I wrote while I was bored, and I didn't look through them again, so I hope there is nothing strange or weird there. But let's see if I can do all that at once. I don't think I can, but let's see. So, I will just read what I wrote before. It's like a script, but I didn't check it, so I hope I didn't write anything silly here. So I think I said before, I am not a fan of like all BACC rules, no matter if original or like modified. So I want to have slightly different ones, and it will be like more loose, but it will have like a theme I wanted. But I am definitely heavily borrowing from MCC rules of different creators over the years. And like I said already, the main difference is that this will be like a dystopian world. And I really don't know much at all about military and stuff like that, but I hope, just by Sims standards, I think this will make sense. Regardless. Oh, and I clicked off everything. Now I don't see anything. Okay, the next tab. So yeah, I don't know anything about the military. I never went to military. So I don't know much about like real life military, but I liked the idea of military from the like BACC challenge where you have a subhood which is a military base, but I want this base to be inside of my main hood, basically. I want the military barracks to be there from the beginning, and I don't want to attach subhoods. I want it to be like a very like dystopian closed world, like nobody is going in there for now. Um, what else did I write here? So that's borrowed from yet another one. I think it's from uh, not from the original one, but I want everyone to live on one lot at the very beginning. They will move out later. I don't think I will allow them to like start families on the beginning lot. So if someone starts a family, they will have to move out because I am not dealing with more Sims than like just like 8 Sims. I'm not dealing with extra babies that are taking up like up to the 20th slot because I think it wouldn't be fun to watch me do it. I can manage a lot of Sims at once, but I just keep pausing my game. I don't think it would be very fun to watch. Uh, that. I think I stopped randomizing eyes. So now the nose. And what else did I want to say? Um, so they will be living together. Oh yeah, and again I borrowed it from somewhere else. So at first they might not start in military, they might start in architecture, but they will not get very far in this career. I just want them to be like the builders, like physical builders, so I can pretend that they are building houses for the couples that will move out. So I think I will be sexist for saying that, I guess, but probably most men will work in this career while women like do gardening and fishing so they can eat. I might have like one or two women also work. I might roll for that, but I thought it would make more sense for men who will probably later work in military. I thought it would make more sense. Let me move this a little on my screen so I can see the second column because I cannot see it for now. I mean, see it and I want I want to see everything. I have only one screen for those who don't know. That's why it's rather hard to like read chat. I don't read chat every moment because I have to like alt tab to see it basically. Uh, so yeah, probably most men will work while women stay in the camp, like the military barracks, and they will do gardening, which is hard work. Like if you have a big garden in The Sims 2 or in real life, you can spend a whole day just being outside and tending plants. Like I know because my family has a garden. They are not farmers or anything, but even if you just have flowers, like decorative stuff, you can still spend a whole day like in the field. Um, and later I was considering like how many babies they would have or something, and so I don't want this to be based on any country in the world. Let me say this again. So this is not based on a certain country, but I think it's a general situation in the world these days that we don't have a lot of children, and I don't want to be political either, but I think it's a fact that in developed countries, like in European countries, for example, not only, but you can notice this in Europe. There are a lot of retired pensioners, and there aren't that many workers. Um, So it would be similar in this dystopia of mine in game. I mean, I think that's the problem in this dystopia as well. That um, basically, uh, I don't know, all countries are like dying out. So, uh, I mean, some children are needed, um, or everyone will like die out. And so what that means is we need at least two children per family. Um, that's the minimum of what we need. And now I'm just thinking about what I wrote. I'm not really reading, but basically, also let me just say that this guy, I think he looks the most unfortunate. Look at this nose. Hello, Chocolate City. Thank you for coming by. So I'm starting a new hood just making Sims and Body Shop that the Sims 2 Legacy lacks, so I'm obviously still playing Ultimate Collection. But I'm making Sims for my new town. I don't want it to be historical, but I want it to be like dystopian. Uh, I won't have a mayor, but I will have like a general. And I want everyone to start in like barracks, but at first they will work in the architecture career so I can pretend that they are building houses so people can later move out there. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly men in general. I think in most countries, if military service is required, then it's men who go to the army, I think. In some countries, also women, but I think it's mostly men. And let me also randomize this um, just the face, not the sliders. The sliders I have in my spreadsheet, but I just didn't bother adding this because it's just 1 out of 50 for me. Okay, so phase 16. Phase 16. Here, this slider. So 16 is this. Let me see him. I don't know if it's only me, but I don't care that much what a sim looks like from the side unless they look really like out of this world, I guess. 16, 24, 33, I think is this one. Okay. The next, now we are randomizing the brow, so 15. I don't think I need to randomize them again, but I guess I will. I think that's 10. And the eyes are 4. And 6. And the nose is 21. 8, 16, 20. I think this one's 21. 43. Okay, so something different. This is not a Max's face, it's a custom one. So let me see. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. I think 33 is here. Okay, and mouth is 38. 8, 16, 24, 32, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think that the lower part of his face is a little 49, 48, 47, 46. I think it's the jaw part or the other part. He doesn't look that interesting. Well, he looks interesting. 49, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Well, not everyone looks great. I get not everyone has to look perfect. Okay, I think he looks better now that his face is wider. He still has elf ears. This is like a custom elf ear. This is a custom face template that I installed. Okay, so this is guy 3. Guy number 3. I've made 3 guys. I will make one more. So we have this this one with brown hair, dark blue eyes, black hair, brown eyes, and blonde with blue eyes. I will make a red-headed, green-eyed guy. So I guess I won't have gray eyes yet. I might switch someone to gray eyes just because they are recessive. Okay, but this guy can be skin 3. Oh, I missed one skin, didn't I? I will give someone skin 4 instead. Maybe to the first guy I will give skin 4. I forgot to change the face. Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know. But let me try to keep randomizing the faces while I'm reading after I just show the randomizer on the OBS. I mean on stream so we can see. So it's this window. So this is Booklet Randomizer. I just put it in my spreadsheet. So it's just rand between 1 and, sorry, not 1, but rand between -10 and 10. You can also just roll a dice if you have a D20 dice and do the same in real life. I don't really have a possibility to. I hope I rolled it again and the guys are not the same. Well, I definitely rolled it now. Two of these guys might be too similar to each other. I hope they are not. But they might have like the same sliders. I hope not. Oh, if they do, I will just make another one, just not right now. Okay, so let me see what else I wrote there. What else did I write? So, right, so I was also thinking about like opening orphanages and schools. So, like in most BACCs, you unlock a school and I think education career possibly if you have like 10 children. And depends on the rules. Sometimes you just need one child. So I thought I would go to for like 3 to 4 children because I don't think you would really have classes in real life unless they are like one-on-one tutoring. I don't think you would have classes in real life for fewer than 3 children. At least in my school, like classes would probably be cancelled if only 2 children came to school. I don't think anyone would really have classes for 2 children, if that makes sense. Um, and for the orphanage, so I know there's like a rule a lot of people go by, and I totally looked at the wrong numbers. It doesn't really matter, but I picked different numbers than what is in my randomizer, so it makes no sense. Um, so for orphanages, I know a lot of people do something like if a romance sim and another romance sim have a baby, then this baby automatically goes to the orphanage. That is a bit sad to me because I mean, I guess some people are like not really, but I guess they would be romance sims in The Sims. And they can still like have babies. They don't need the babies to go to an orphanage. So I might still roll for romance sims, but it's not like 100% if you're a romance sim, you will not keep your baby because you're a romance sim. No, I don't think so. I think, in fact, that some other aspirations might not want children. Like, for example, there could be some uh, knowledge sim that would not like to have children, or there could be some like extreme workaholic fortune sim that might also not want children right now. So I don't know if it really makes sense to roll for like romance sims only. Like if you are a romance sim, that you shall not bring up your baby. You know what I mean? I hope. Um, but basically, I decided, first of all, if there is a couple, even if they are family sims, uh, you could call these babies something else rather than unwanted. But basically, if this family can't afford, if they cannot afford like cribs for these babies, and they have at least 3 babies, so they have 3 babies and they can't afford this third baby, they can't have a crib for this baby, then they will have to like give up this baby for adoption, I guess, if they really cannot afford it. Like that's extreme poverty. I think that's like dystopia. It's really dystopian to me. But also I guess it can happen in real life. Um so yeah, let's see. What else did I write? Right. Yeah, if they can't afford, if a couple cannot afford to bring up at least 3 children, uh, someone might want to play it differently, and like if they have at least 3 couples and they can't bring up any baby at all, then you should open an orphanage. But I think that's a bit too easy to just say that a couple definitely cannot afford just one baby. I don't think it's very dystopian to be so to go so easy on these people. I think I want them to bring up babies. If they absolutely cannot, then sure. Okay. This guy has a big nose. Look at this nose. I don't know if I randomized this correctly, um, but yeah. So this is definitely a very interesting sim. Now let's see if I can make him a little more easy on our eyes. Not this. Have to do it here. A lot of moving around. So number 21, 8, 16, 21, I think. Okay, slightly smaller nose. I hope his nose will end up smaller because oh Jesus, this is a big nose still. We will see what it will look like after I roll noses because I don't think I can allow my sim to. Well, I guess. Well, I think this nose is still too big. He looks like a caricature. I think this is 40. Oh, this is brow. Why do I think this is nose? This is not a nose. It's a brow. I'm just thinking about his nose. These are eyes. So 11 for eyes, 9, 10, 11. I think his eyes are fine. It's just the nose that he needs. 21. 21. Okay. This nose is still big. Uh, okay, this is one of my like alien elf faces. But this is still such a big nose. I might still want to pick one more face because I think I already had 21 before. Will face 1 save him? No. This is not making his nose any smaller. I don't know. He might be in need of some plastic surgery right later on because let me have a sneak peek what he looks like as a female because this nose is something else. Okay, so it doesn't look that big on a female. I guess if he has only female kids, it's okay. I guess it will be fine if he has female children. I guess it will be okay. I think that's 40. He's the first guy that has no issues with the jaw, but the nose is huge. He looks like a regular guy. Just the nose. Just the nose. Okay. And yeah, I don't have any custom hair for men at all. It's a new downloads folder, so everyone will look the same if it comes to hairstyles. Okay, so this was man number 4. He has skin 1 and he has skin 1. Okay, so I will change. No, wait. They both have skin 2, I think. These two have skin 2. I will make this one skin 4 instead because I forgot to use this skin. So he will be skin 4 instead of skin 2 because I want everyone to have a different skin and eyes and everything. I guess. So I will delete the original and keep that one. Okay, so I have 4 boys here. I will create females now. Let me see the chat, but I don't think there's anything. I looked. Okay. And let me create females and change the screen here again. So what else? And yeah, because it's a dystopia, not in the first generation, but in the second generation, I would like to send like the second generation to like an imagined war or something like that. Um, but not the first generation because um, I would not have enough Sims for that. Not sure if this is all visible. It should be, I think. I hope. So, okay, let's roll again. And this is for the first lady of this challenge. And let me also, while I'm reading, um, okay, so like I said, I didn't have any gray-eyed sim before, so maybe she can be gray-eyed. And I will check later. I might have to give them some different like hair colors and stuff. So theoretically, if people get together, they would have at least different eye color or different hair color. So they are not the same. I will think about it. But basically something like that. Um also, so I was thinking about having females wear like folk outfits. This was folk. This was just converted by Medusa. Very nice outfits. So it's not necessarily historical. This is just folk. Um, this is, I think, this was based on like the dystopian book. Not historical, but something like that. And I also have military wear, but I don't think I will have females wear it unless they are in military. And this is also like a bit folk. This also, I think these are Oktoberfest outfits, and they are for different body shapes. I like body shapes. The only problem is I am terrible with putting my Sims in the same body shape for every outfit, and I know this breaks immersion. Um, but I think this is also like a pretty cool idea, though. Like a folk outfits, but I don't want everyone to look the same. But it's sort of what it looks like in some like small communities that are very much interested in like showing off their their like the folk outfits, like regional outfits, not regional outfits, yes. So also it depends on the country, what hairstyles women have when they wear those beautiful regional clothes. In my country, I think usually, traditionally, when you get married, you will have like an updo and you will have maybe some scarf. But when you're young, you would have braids. I once read something about it, and you could tell if a woman is married by just looking at her outfit and hair specifically. Like basically, if she's wearing braids, if she has braids, then she is single or something like that. It is not the same in every country. It is different. Um, okay, anyway, let me see what else did I write there, and let me randomize it. Keep randomizing this. Um, mm, 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 mm. So I would probably just summon babies to the orphanage, but uh, I guess someone who doesn't like doing that could instead have them actually taken away by the social worker. But I don't think I will be doing that in my game. I think I will just summon babies. So they still have their family trees at least for some time. Mm. And yeah, and the school will unlock it 3 children. And for mostly boys, I guess it can be like a military school. Mm. There will not be university at first, but I guess like a military school. There is a replacement, so private school is military school. It is only a replacement of like the name and the icon, but you can get that. And yeah, I'm not adding subhoods. I'm not adding subhoods. So now there is something interesting about the SimPE. So you can actually add roads in SimPE, which I don't think could be done before. So I could start with like a smaller terrain and add roads, but I think my terrain should be enough. I think I will play with the three lakes terrain, but an extended version um, that I think Cree Sims made. I think I put different wrong one here. Okay. These are interesting eyes, that's for sure. But I prefer playing this way. I also do it in my historical hood. So basically, I have everything on one big map, and I never added any subhoods. I just have different sims living in different areas. I just prefer it this way. I know it can be very interesting to also do it differently. Like, for example, you can play Pleasantview or Veronaville or Belladonna Cove, which have lush terrain, but you can add like what is it called? La Fiesta Tech, and then you have like a desert terrain university, which is very interesting, but I just think this community is very like closed, so they would not necessarily um, they would not travel very far. I don't think the infrastructure would be very good. Um, Especially not like there wouldn't be uh, like an airport here, and they wouldn't be very well connected to other areas of the world. Unless there was a war, I guess, then they would have to go to the war. Okay, so I think she looks very interesting. Her nose and oh, oh, it was their hair in some Korean in the Korean fantasy or I guess in history in Korea. Yeah, so it was similar here. I think there's a similar theme in different countries of the world in the past, but I guess these days some people still wear those regional outfits. But I know I watched some short and um and basically there was a different meaning. So depending on how many braids you had, you were either married or widowed or you were single. Very interesting. I don't remember exactly, but I think like when you became a widow, you would have to cut off one of your braids or something like that. I don't know exactly, but very interesting concept. Um, and you watch a lot of Chinese and Korean historical fantasies. That's cool. I know a lot of people watch them to learn the language as well. I don't think I could do this very well myself, but it's an interesting concept. I'm not a huge like moviegoer and I don't watch a lot of TV series especially. I don't know why, I just feel like TV series are so long. They would take so much of my time and um and if you're watching them as they are releasing, you have to wait for the next one to release. I sometimes watch anime, not often. Like I'm not a huge fan, but I will watch some. Um and when I watch something and that's in parts, I prefer like binge watching it. I don't like just waiting every week. Unless I'm very interested in something, then I will watch. But most of the time, I won't. I don't often watch TV series like in any shape or form. I think my females have one fewer face. I think that's because one of the male faces is like the alien face or something. So they have 49 in fact, but that's fine. So 47 would be this one. I think. Okay. 16, 18, and 36. 8, 16, 16, 24, 32, I think, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one more time, 40. Oh, I think she's getting one of the alien-esque eyes. I mean ears, not eyes. Okay. She's getting a lot of the extra custom faces I have. I think this one. I will roll again. Because 8, 16, 24. This is 31, I think. Her nose is very low. I might have to change either her face or her nose. 8, 16, 24, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 23, 8, 16, 3. I mean, I guess you can have a long nose and a mouth that's very up there. She doesn't look bad. 8, 16, 24, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I think it's this one. Okay. Okay, well, I think overall she looks nice. She looks okay as a man as well. I guess she just has like a pretty unfortunate nose. But that's okay. So she is gray-eyed and brown-haired. So the guy that's similar to her is skin for brown hair. I don't think they look that similar, so that's fine. Serendipity will say that Asian dramas are fine for time, but Turkish dramas, I know, isn't like the magnificent century, isn't it basically like bold and beautiful? That it has like so many parts. Mm. But I think it must also be shorter, right? So it's not like half an hour long or an hour long, but it's more like 15 minutes. So that's also different. Oh, I forgot. I also have. I actually have the mod by Semnopke Genetics DIY. So I have it so my Sims generated by the game can spawn with mannequin skin. This is my mannequin skin. It's a replacement because the regular mannequin skin is like vampire level gray, but this one isn't. So I think I will start with her being black haired. The other girl was gray eyed. This is my alien eye. I don't think I want aliens in my game for now. She can be green eyed for now. So this is what it looks like. This is mannequin skin. My alien skin also shows up here. My alien eyes is also it's also townified. Oh, I didn't change this. You can still see body shop, but I didn't change the other thing. Let me move that. So basically, what this mod does is it makes it so you can set it yourself. You can choose the option you want, but uh, the ones I have is Alien eyes are recessive, I think, because in vanilla game they are like extremely dominant, and I hated this because basically if an alien had babies, then like every one of his descendants would have alien eyes and everything. So what the part I have of this mod is alien eyes are recessive, so I think this is value 2. And alien eye is on the scale. So alien eye is like skin 0. If you have skin 1, 2, 3, 4, then alien skin is skin 0. And mannequin skin is also skin 0. I think the mannequin one is like lighter than alien. Actually, I think it's the other way around. So some people might not like it, but I prefer this to alien being always dominant. So if a skin 4 sim and then has an alien baby, that baby could be mannequin skinned. So this is the only problem with this mod, I guess. But I prefer this. I prefer this personally to dominant alien genes. So that's fine with me. Okay. So I guess she can have like different braids. Okay, let's roll for hair. So let me type in something in my spreadsheet so it re-rolls. Did it re-roll? Yeah, it changed. Okay. And what else? Let me check if I wrote anything else about my rolls. Oh, I also decided that there would be no fire department in my hood. So that's a little bit more like like in historical game, but I just prefer this way. But I will not have my Sims die most of the time because I have a mod, the fight or flight mod. So if there is a fire, my Sims run outside of the building like they do in apartments. If you have apartment life, Sims will pick up their babies and toddlers and they will run outside. So I have this mod. What it means is Sims most likely will not die from a fire because they will run away, but the fire will burn down usually your kitchen. I don't have like more dangerous fires because I think that's overkill for my game. But some people enjoy it. I am well aware, but I don't think my population is big enough to support this. But because there is no because there is no fire brigade, there are no fire alarms. Because of that, I keep mistaking which slider I'm doing. And so I'm doing it wrong. But that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just random numbers. But that's fine. She can look like... Oh, I think someone followed me. Hello, Gabby.
Salamander Kathleen just followed.
And thank you, Salamander. No, I think it's Amanda Kathleen. Thank you very much for following me. I'm fine, thank you. I'm starting a new hood. Um, I'm still playing Ultimate Collection, so I'm using Buddy Shop to create Sims based on like a randomizer. First of all, I'm randomizing the sliders. Oops, and I think that's fine. I refreshed and the numbers changed, but that's fine. It is all just randomizing. So if you don't have any idea on what you want your custom Sims to look like, you can just randomize their looks. And it's very simple to do in Body Shop. All you need is like the Pooklet randomizer. So you have to randomize between -10 and +10. Or if you have a D20 dice, you can just roll the D20 dice and just assume that all the numbers like 1 to 10, these are negative numbers, like -10 to 0, and just assume that the other numbers like 11 up to 20, they are positive or something. You can do it with just the dice. It's just easier for me on the computer to do it this way. There's also like a standalone randomizer on the internet, but I preferred to have it in my spreadsheet basically. And she looks very interesting so far, but don't worry, she will look better later. I will also randomize which like face to give her to like help her with these sliders. She will also get like a different face. So I will do that now. I'm doing it just in uh, random.org. There's a free website anyone can use. And I think I moved something else again instead of moving that. But basically you can type in here. By default it's 1 out of 100, but I have 50 faces or 49 for women. So I roll out of that. And she got 8. So I'm going to faces. I did modifiers before, now I'm doing faces. And she got face 8. And I will roll again. You usually roll twice according to this Pooklet method. So she looks way, more like a regular human, I would say. 8, 16, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think she really doesn't need more randomizing for this, but let's just do it. And for us, it's 36. 16. I think it's this one. And number 2. And for the nose, number 28. 8, 16. 24, 5, 6, 8, I think. And 15. It's here. And the mouth is number 18. I'm getting a lot of 18s, I feel like, with this randomizer. 8, 16, 24, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $12 for mouth. Sorry, that's not mouth, that's jaw. And 13, so 2 faces right next to each other. She has an interesting nose, quite a big mouth. Okay, I think she looks very nice. Let me see the chat for a second. And yeah, hello, Gift of Gabby. I saw your message and then I got distracted because someone followed me. I'm sorry. Thanks again, Amanda, Kathleen, for following. And Gabby, I'm fine. Just starting a new hood by creating Sims in Body Shop from Ultimate Collection. Oh, you're an artist? Well, that's great that you're an artist. Um, any advice for getting attached to custom sims? Well, I guess it really depends on what storyline you give them. I am not very good at giving storylines to sims, like background stories, to tell you the truth. But I am strange because I actually am more attached to my custom sims than I am to Max's sims. Um, I think it's because of the way I play, like my historical hood. I'm not the most extreme in that there are more extreme people, but I play with Max's lifespan, which is rather short, and I do like mortality rolls. By the way, I can show you. Um, so I don't think this will help you, but I personally am attached to my Sims partly because of things like that. So these are, I made it into weak constitution traits roles, but originally these are like mortality health rolls from Warwickshire share um, challenge. It's like a Renaissance challenge. Um, so if your sim gets less than 40, they are like weak constitution, so they get sick more easily and stuff like this. In the original rules, if they get below, I think like 20 maybe, then they just die. So if you make it like if you don't roll it immediately for all life stages when they are born, then you may be very surprised. But I usually just roll at the beginning. And these rolls here, they are from Historical Simmers Victorian Challenge. I just use like the lowest class. So uh, basically, if you roll anything lower than no, if you roll one, they die. So, but I really don't like killing off or getting rid of children in my game, so I don't. I just don't allow these children to be born in my game, if that makes sense. You have to live at least till teenagerhood for me to allow you to live in my game, basically, because I just would not like getting rid of children that are already in the game. Not because there are like bugs with that, but also they're like ghost children are buggy in The Sims 2. In The Sims 3, they are totally fine. Like there are some pre-made ghost children, but not in The Sims 2. And also, I will not do this in this hood because these mortality rolls, these are just mine. They are terrible, let me tell you. So, uh, women really don't have very good life expectancy in my historical hood. And if I am attached to them, this is very sad. But basically, I will always prioritize mother's death. I don't have death by childbirth mod, but I roll these mortality rolls, and they are really terrifying if you get twins. And if you had triplets and quads, they would probably die every time they give birth with this because I roll for mother a number for mother and a number for child. So if it's just a single baby, then I roll twice. But if it's twins, then I roll three times. It's one of 100, and if it's anything smaller than 25, then mother dies. And this is terrible. Like, if I am attached to a female sim, uh, This is terrible. And I am attached to my Sims by default, but um, if you play with rules like these, trust me, I mean, sometimes it's better not to be attached. If that makes sense. This probably doesn't answer your question at all. Let me see what you wrote. You have 4 Sim family you're attached to. You made so many, but you only like 4 or 5. So, maybe gift of Gabby. Maybe you should only focus on those 4 families or 5 families, and 4 or 5 families. It's a very good number to start a custom hood with. I think most people start BACC with like 4 or 5 families. A lot of challenges are started with 4 or 5. And to be honest, I think having like 10 and more families is a bit too many for me in The Sims 2. Because you have to play everyone rotationally, it's just so many families over time. Unless you make them roommates. For me, it's impossible to play like 20 families in rotation in The Sims 2, personally. Oh, Fabio asked me what's my favorite hood. The vanilla hood. I really like Belladonna. Um, but I have to say that I mostly played pre-made hoods when I was a child or teenager. But I understand everyone who plays them. It's just I prefer my own hoods. Uh, but I really love Belladonna. I used to love it. It really plays more like The Sims 3 to me. I think if you added like some more families, it would be good to actually run story progression mode on Belladonna because it is big. Uh, and Gift of Gabby said that you have the Law family, Country family, Turner family. Okay. Hello, Mrs. Reckless. Thank you for coming by. I'm fine. I'm making Sims for my custom hood that I'm starting. So far, I have made 4 guys. 4 guys and 2 females. Two female Sims. I will make 2 more females. The hood will be like BACC, but I will not play by all the rules. Um, I will make it my own, and it will be like dystopian theme. If you have any questions, ask me, or if you want my opinion on like the Legacy Sims game. But I didn't buy it. I only read opinions, so like my opinion is not that. I guess it's not that extreme. But I guess my opinion, the fact that I'm making Sims and Baddie Shop is enough to show my opinion because Legacy doesn't have it. So, um, so I will check later, like which genes are the same because I don't want them to have the same genes. I think the guys didn't get gray eyes, but I think I already have one girl with gray eyes. So this will be my dystopian hood. So not post-apocalyptic or anything, just dystopian. It's not based on any country or anything. But this will be like sort of a BACC, but I won't have a mayor. I will have like a general, so like Strange Town style. And I want everyone to start in like a barracks type of hood, type of lot. and at first, mostly men will be in the architecture career. Uh, and they will be builders, and I pretend they are they are building houses for everyone to move into. And mostly women will stay in the barracks. Well, I will call it like barracks or something. Um, but they will, like fish and garden, so they have food. And then when they reach like a certain level of architecture, I will just assume that the houses were built and they will be able to move out. I don't want to have babies in this starting uh, lot where everyone will live, so they will move out when they have kids, probably. Um, and yeah, after that, I think I will try to have everyone have a business. Well, maybe not everyone, but most people will have a business. There will for sure be like a gardener, like grocery gardener, fishmongers. Um, I also want a furniture store, like in general, a wooden furniture store. But I would like my Sims to create the furniture. So, um, so there's Dee Dee's woodworking bench, 4 to 2 conversion. I forgot to put it in this folder now that I'm thinking about it. But there is that, and there's also Sun and Moon. There's also Sun and Moon. I think it's called Wooden Wonders. But because it's Sun and Moon, I have it in my main hood, my historical hood. But because it's Sun and Moon, I love Sun and Moon. But if you know anything about Sun and Moon, um, any of the more complex sets build on the previous sets. So if you want like Wooden Wonders, I think you need other sets as well. So I will have to read through it because in my historical hood, I have like almost all Sun and Moon sets, even if I don't use all of them all the time. But in this hood, I don't think I want to use every single Sun and Moon set. This girl has no eyes. um, let me see the chat. Hello, insert. Um, let me see. So, yeah, welcome back. They're very pretty. Thank you. It's a downside, but you don't build it in. It's a downside of Legacy that it's not built in. You mean the body shop or? Mm, you think if they add body shop and do some fixes, it may be a good addition? Definitely, yes. I mean, it will be great when they add some patches. It's just for now, it seems there are a lot of bugs, so I'm staying with Ultimate Collection. And I also have all my expansions on discs. Um, I can even show you. Let me. I have a YouTube channel, by the way. I don't have much there, um, mostly just my VODs. And I have some short videos from my historical hood, but I shared my. Let me show you. Um, I wrote a post even that uh, Oh, it's getting bigger. I don't want it bigger. I want. I basically shared a picture of my collection. Like I do own The Sims 2. I owned it years ago. This is from my YouTube post. But I have all expansions. I don't have discs for stuff packs. That's why I use Ultimate Collection because it has stuff packs as well. And I want to make it smaller because it's too big now. But I have played The Sims 2 for years. I played The Sims 3 for years as well, but I mentioned it before. Unfortunately I cannot play The Sims 3. Definitely not on streams because it just doesn't run well enough. But I absolutely love The Sims 3 as well. The only game I don't have expansions for is The Sims 4. I only have the free expansion they were giving away. They were giving away Jungle Adventure for some time, and I got the free expansion. I don't have any pack that I actually bought for The Sims 4. Okay, let's come back to this lady. So, what did I do? I already randomized her face. I was supposed to randomize this. Let me move this again. I'm really bad at this. I know, I'm sorry. How do I move that? I move it. I have to move it this way and now here and here. So just randomizing faces. So you can see this is face 28. 8, 6. I think this is 28. I hope this will give her some eyes because this poor lady has no eyes. Okay, this is 40. This is like one of my alien elf. Let's see if brows and eyes give her any eyes, any more eyes. I think this is 24. This is 15. And eyes. Okay, let's pray for the eyes for her. 8, 16. I think that is 22. Okay. She's opening her eyes slowly but surely. Well, this is not the most open eye now, is it? 26, 35. I think this is 35. Mouth is 33. And 48 is the last but one for females. But males have one more for some reason. So 49, 876. She has a very round face. 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay. I mean, I think the eyes are okay. They are very small. She has small eyes. But I think she will be okay overall. Let's save her. And one more lady. I guess red-haired. So what eyes do they have? They have gray, green. Oh, I already have one gray eye, but that's because males don't have gray eyes, right? If I remember, I didn't give them gray. Yeah, didn't give them gray. So what else would green? I guess I will just make a blue-eyed redhead. So we can have some recessive genes. I just really prefer giving recessives to the first generation, so there are some recessives. Um, so blue-eyed redhead. Redhead, blue-eyed. I guess skin tone. Let me see the chat if there's anything. Did you read my family description? I mean, I see it now. Sorry. Earlier I only read the. Oh, okay, I did. Let me read. Yeah, so you enumerated your families, and then you said that the Law family was a former cop fired for getting someone pregnant. That's an interesting story. I don't know if you would necessarily get fired for that. Well, I guess you would for harassment. If this was like on the job. Um, they had a beautiful, which is concerning. Yes, they had a beautiful girl named Maya. That's a beautiful name, and also it's like a very international name. I think it's in different languages. So, uh, so he is married to the girl he got pregnant, right? It's not like an unmarried lady or married to another guy, or do I misunderstand? I think they are still together. They just got fired. That's an interesting story. I like that. Uh, Let me see the other one. The Country family is Jeff Country, cacti farmer, tycoon. So he farms cactuses, cacti. He loves many things small. He built his business from nothing. That's very, like build a city challenge like. Very interesting. And his wife is a plant sim. That's very cool. A prickly pear. I think you talked about this sim before somewhere, like either in chat or in Discord. And she's a beautiful sim. I think I've seen her before. And they have children. And will they be oblivious to the fact? Oh, he doesn't know that his wife's family hates him. That's tough, but there are people like this in real life. Like I sometimes have no idea people hate me. But that's a cool that's some cool ideas for families. I think they are nice. So are you attached to these two? Oh, he got a prisoner pregnant. Yeah, that's and he married his prisoner. Okay, I mean I can definitely see it in The Sims. I'm not sure about, yeah, like in real life, would that happen in real life? Maybe. Um, if if the prisoner, like, if it was not like a major offense, it was like something small. I imagine that's possible. Um, no one would hate me, surely. Yeah, people hate. I mean, not hate me, but I feel like nobody is really my friend, if that makes sense. Um, mm, They are pretty, Mrs. Reckless said earlier. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, Serendipity, you were talking about Sun and Moon. You got a lesson from Insert. If you need to know anything else about Sun and Moon, let me know because I use them a lot. I don't use all of them all the time, but you definitely need like almost all the sets to use some of the newer ones. Uh, okay. All right. And let me create this one. Is it the last one? I think this one might be the last sim I will create. So. Oh, I have been live for 2 hours. Okay, I might have to end after this then. But I have had fun. I hope this was not like very boring to watch, and I hope I was talking to you guys enough. I know I am not like very good at multitasking, but I'm trying to talk while I do other things. I hate silence. So I know a lot of people like watching like gameplay without commentary, but I definitely don't do it. So I try to talk from time to time, because a lot of the times I don't like physically sit in front of my personal computer to watch a stream. Sometimes I just listen. So I try to talk because I think a lot of people do it. Probably not everyone, but I think some people also are similar to me in this regard. Because I have other things to do a lot of the time when I'm just listening to something because I don't like silence. Um, Let me just, in case, roll again. Okay, these numbers we rolled, so let's go. Let me also see. Oh, I was also writing rules about the jail as well. Um, so I think that's similar to other BACCs. So I'm not sure if other BACCs unlock the criminal career or the law enforcement career after 3 or so burglaries, but I think I personally will unlock law enforcement because this is supposed to be like a military hood. So I definitely want to have some cops as well, and like I want to have jail. So it will be like a small uh, place for the cops to work. One person will have to live there, I think, and there will be criminals in jail. And what can you go to jail for? So naturally, the burglar NPC can go there when they recently burgled something. If they were caught by the cop. And I think I also have to get the mod. I didn't get it, but I have to get it. I should write it down. Let me write it down. So I have to get woodworking set and playable cops. So that the cop that arrives to fight the burglar will be my playable sim who is in the appropriate career. That's another thing I want to get for sure. Um, the other thing, so that's also what most people do. So if someone was caught kicking trash cans, stealing newspapers, also that's vanilla. If they counterfeit simians, they usually, if they get caught, they get fined. But in my game, they will go to jail. Another mod I have to get is the kleptomaniac, like actually pickpocket, because I don't think I have it in my game because it can be very like aggressive. I know there's a new version of that, so they don't do it all the time because I don't want it to happen all the time. But I will only throw them in jail if there's someone logical enough to like to catch them. Because if everyone is too dumb and they don't realize, then I guess that they would like, just fall for the charlatan's trick. Also, I think I will, because it's like a military hood, if someone is witnessed like woohooing in public, like without clothes, though I think I will set my Sims to always wear underwear. But if I think it like makes sense, they would go to jail for woohooing on like a public park bench during the day. Then I think I will throw them in jail because that's inappropriate in real life as well. I mean, that's public indecency. So that's like, when Mrs. Crumplebottom would hit you with the purse. Um, if someone is shocked and like if someone has like the shocked animation and Sims are woohooing in public, I guess that's what would make sense. Um, anything else? No, I don't think so. So yeah, and the first businesses I will have is like the grocery store. So the gardener family, like a fishmonger's family, fisherman, um, and I want woodworking, and I want the woodworker to sell their own furniture. But if they can't sell furniture yet, and there's like huge demand for like cribs because people have children, then I will just put a crib from buy mode in the store. In the store though, not in Sims inventory. And if Sims cannot afford to buy cribs for their third child, they will have to give the child away to the orphanage or something. I think that's what I. Yeah, and I will also have to unlock medicine. So I will not have firefighters and fire alarms, I think. But I will have medicine because it's very important in my sim country to make sure everyone is relatively healthy and people can have babies and stuff. I don't want my population to die out immediately like they do in my historical hoods sometimes. I think that's 41, 20, 12. I get a lot of 12s as well. 46 and 9. I think that's 6. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just a randomizer. Okay, she's getting some custom faces. 49, 8, 7. The custom faces I have are like the elf faces applied for infant faces by Medusa, and I also have around the world faces, but not all of them, only half of them because they are so similar. 8, 16. Some of them are very similar to each other. Okay. She has a really small nose. Let me roll again. Okay, that's slightly bigger. 35, 8, 16, 24, 32. I think that's and 20. 20. Okay. I think she might be a little bit unfortunate, actually. What does she need? I think she needs a little bit of a nose. Her eyes, maybe I didn't roll her eyes because they don't look like they would be from a template. So let me just do the eyes again. 8, 16, 24. I think that's 31. 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Well, I guess she will just have eyes like this. I think it's because of her original face template, maybe. The face template she started with. And let's see the nose as well, because I think her nose is very small. 8, 16, 24. I think I got 31 for her before. Well, I guess she will have to live like this. She's not bad, but I feel like just some of her features look very interesting. Okay, so I have 4 female Sims and 4 male Sims. I will create them in CAS after the stream. But here they are. I will randomize their personalities. I will make sure no like facial features are the same. So I have a sim of every eye color and everything. Yeah, that's for the body shop. I will have to finish the stream. But let me see if I can stream the game at all. But I don't have this hood prepared yet. I will have to create it. I think my computer is already not having a good time. I have too many like tabs open. I had Chrome open for the spreadsheet. Let me see the chat. Bobo, you're shocked. Why are you shocked? Any progress I share you would love to see? Thank you very much for watching me, everyone, and you're welcome. I mean, the pleasure is mine. My body shop doesn't want to close, but I hope it will. Let me see the chat. And Gift of Gabby also wrote about her sim, I think, Tia, who found a servo in an abandoned warehouse. That's very interesting. And he was turned off for 20 years. That's so cool. And I'm guessing she's into robotics. They fell in love and they were chased out of hometown. Oh, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there would be some prejudice. I mean, some people think that we will be able to like marry like AI robots someday. I hope that's not true. But if we will be able to do it, let me see if the game runs before I go. So it doesn't seem to be picking up. Oh, it is. Okay, that's The Sims 2. I deleted my documents folder to create this, and I went into the game to just see if if I can like create a hood, and I will have this hood called N002 for now, so I will for sure not get confused which hood is which. My ancient hood is N001, which I know is normally Pleasant View for people, but I just deleted the original hoods. I can always get them back, but I deleted them. This game should load fast. Yeah, okay, it is loading fast. I can make myself... Do I make myself smaller? Not like this. Like this. And thank you very much, everyone, for coming by. I will show you what terrain I will probably use. So I was thinking about 3 lakes. There's vanilla, but someone expanded them. I think Cree Sims at Tumblr. And I will make it dirt. I don't know what I will call it. But I got a terrain replacement. So it will be sandy. Not like Strange Town sandy, but like sandy beach sandy. I was thinking about this one because it has a lot of like hills, and also you can place beaches here, so I can have a few beach slopes if I want. I am obsessed with beach slopes. I don't know why, but like I just need a terrain to have beach slopes. Even though, yeah, you can also have them here. You can have at least one here, so that's something. I think I will reserve these spots for beaches as well, so I will for sure be able to have some. So yeah, that's where I will play for now. I can always hood replace, or now uh, in SimPE I can actually add roads. You can also. I also have replacements of the hood cars, so they are like more vintage. They are not historical, just vintage. And the roads are like sandy roads. And this is a replacement of the dirt terrain, which I think I normally would never use the dirt one. I usually use Lash, or I sometimes use. Sorry, where am I going? Never mind. Doesn't want to cooperate with me. Oh. So yeah, I normally don't use dirt. There are also a lot of interesting replacements for concrete, but I thought I would get this one. I really like these sandy roads. I think they really look like this is like maybe like a small village or something. Okay, so that's where I will play them, and I will build something off stream. I thought maybe I would build a little bit today, but it took me a long time in Buddy Shop. But anyway, yeah, adding roads is so useful in Search. Definitely, it has to be very addictive. Like, if I made like a map myself in SimCity, but I'm really bad at it, I'm just don't have enough practice, then I would maybe create something with like just a few roads, and then I would add more. I know there are also replacements so roads can be invisible, but that's a bit it's not bad at all in my view. It's just very confusing to me if there's no roads visible, and then I don't know, so where are these roads? Why are these houses here? And it's okay in The Sims 3 because you can put a house without a road, but in The Sims 2 you need the road. So I would be confused with like a replacement for invisible roads. And Gabby, gift of Gabby, you also said you need to collect Victorian. Well, you can find a lot of Victorian CC in Historical Simmers Discord. I don't know if Wild Western, but uh, you can for sure ask for recommendations. They really love Victorian stuff there in Historical Streamers Discord. Anyway, thank you everyone. So the Sims were interesting looking. I might have to tweak them, Bobo, but I think they're looking. Thank you everyone, and have a great week. I will try to stream again later this week, but for sure not tomorrow because I'm just fed up at work. I'm like I'm flooded. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming by and see you. It was nice to catch up. And sorry for not streaming for so long, but a lot of things happened. Thank you and see you. Bye bye, everyone. See you. See you later.